shut pencils down and eyes up here. So finish up that last problem in 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. I should be up here in 1. Giselle's ready, Sam's ready, Roxy's ready. And 0. Awesome. Thank you guys for coming in and getting started right away today. Go ahead and flip your paper back over to the other side. And go ahead and keep those pencils down. Because we're gonna try something a little bit new today. Okay? What I'm gonna do today is I'm just gonna show you a problem, but I'm not gonna ask you to solve it right away. Okay, so pick up that pencil, hold it high, silently place that pencil down, and promise me that you're gonna keep it there until I tell you to pick it up. Okay? So I'm gonna put a problem on the board. You're only gonna get to look at it for 10 seconds. This is quick. I just want you to look at things. Just like notice what you see about the problem. Don't try to solve it in your head. Just notice what you see. Okay? We ready? Any questions? Okay. You're gonna have 10 seconds to look at the problem. Starting. Oops. Starting. Now, go. All right. Okay. On your paper, see where it says my observations? Put a star where it says my observations. And now I'm going to give you 1 minute to just write down what you noticed. Okay, just write down what you noticed about that problem. Nothing is too small. There's no silly answers. Just write down what you noticed about that problem. You don't have to race. You don't have to race. Keep up, Jimmy. Just write down everything you remember. There's no silly answers. There's no wrong answers.
You're welcome.
Let's take 30 more seconds. Finish up that last thought in 20. Finishing up that last thought in 15. And 10. All right, we're going to share our answers in 5, 4, 3, pencils down in 2 and 1. It's all right. Let's just, you guys put your hands on. Let's just try to like jump in but not over. Just about like what you notice. Remember, nothing is silly. There's no wrong answers here. Okay? If somebody says something you didn't notice, put an exclamation point where it says additional observations from the group. That's where you're going to write it. Okay, so who wants to go first? Roxy, go ahead. If you did not see what Roxy saw, I want you to write it. Go ahead, Roxy.
In the problem, I noticed that there was a bunch of addition signs.
Not verbally agree or disagree with a bunch of addition signs. Cool, jump in, not over.
There was like numbers kept on going up.
Numbers. Can anybody think of a math word for up and up?
Multiple. Adding. Addition. Decreasing.
Who said it? Just good, it's increasing. Good, jump in, not over.
What I noticed is that the numbers were going 2 by 2.
So,
Like 2, 4, 6, 8.
good, I see people adding some things that they didn't notice.
I noticed that there are a lot of adding big numbers and small numbers.
So small.
But I noticed at the very end there's no equal sign, so that means is it keep going or did it stop randomly?
Nice. I just wrote that like keep going question mark. Like, who knows? Right, there's no equal sign. What else? Good.
You had a plus after each number.
Okay, so how can I say this? Addition after each number. this is a really good list. We noticed some patterns. We noticed what operation we saw. We noticed like just general things about the numbers. They're increasing. We don't really know if they keep going. Okay, cool. Now I'm gonna show it to you a second time. Okay, what I want you to do. Well, let me just put it up here first. I thought that was gonna go away. There we go. Okay, so here's our second look. I'm gonna give you 4 minutes, and here's my you guys want to look at this and not me. I'm gonna give you 4 minutes, and my challenge to you is look at your paper. How many different ways am I gonna ask you to solve this? Look at your paper. Do you see any paper? How many different spots did I give you room to solve it for? Go ahead. 3. So you guys notice these patterns. There's lots of different ways to solve this. Okay? What's different about today is I'm not just gonna show you. I'm not gonna show you and say, hey guys, here's how we solve this problem. I want you to take what you noticed and what you know about numbers and addition to just solve this as many ways as possible. Okay? If you only get one way, that's okay. I'm really gonna challenge you to see if you can get 3 different ways to solve this. Questions? Okay, here we go. I'm gonna put it back up. Cool, so this table's getting started right away. I see some people still noticing some things. That's okay. Good, some people are jumping right in. Whatever makes sense to you. Whatever makes sense to you. Yeah, I want you to solve it for sure. Solve it for sure these guys. You got all these ideas. Now you're just putting all these ideas together. That's what you should do. Good. Can you keep another? Put 2 on your fingers if you're trying a second way right now. Is anybody trying a third way yet? Okay, take one, your third way. Okay, take 1 more minute to work on that first or second way. You guys are doing a great job, and then you're gonna share with your partner in about 1 minute. Take about 30 more seconds to finish either that first or second way. Then you're going to tell your partner your awesome ideas. All right, awesome people, here's what I want you to do right now. Go ahead and give your partner a high five. Take 15 seconds, that's it, that has to be snappy. Tell your partner, whisper to them what you had for breakfast this morning. Do a quick go.
I ate food.
All right, now I want the person that ate more breakfast today, the person that ate more breakfast to go first. I want you to show them the first way you did it. Okay, so if Jaime and I were partners, if I ate more breakfast, because you know I'm hungry in the morning, I would show them my first way. then he's gonna show me his first way. If we still have time, then I can show him my second way. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Oh, now I get it.
Okay, so the partner that ate more goes first. Okay, who's gonna go first here?
Me.
Okay, then she's gonna go first. She's gonna show her first way, then you're gonna show your first way. If you guys still have time, then you'll go back to Roxy for her second way. Okay? You have 2 minutes with your partner. Go ahead.
So I played like the line, so I did the first two, then I put it in another first two, then I put it in the first two, whatever I got, then I added it. I did.
Explain what the numbers are. What 2 numbers did you do?
Like if it was 10 and 8, I would get 10 and 8, and then I would do it.
Because what I did was add joins, like all the ones I just saw. And then once I got like, the total, I
You
had
guys did the same thing?
that with all the like tens.
What did he do?
Added them, but at the very end, I just added them by the answers, and that's what I added.
What do you mean you added them by the answers?
So I added
Second one, I
2 plus 4, and then I got 6, and then 6 plus 6.
Okay, so you got 2 numbers at a time, then the next one, then the next one. Gotcha. Did either of you guys do that? You kind of did that. Good. What'd you do? Okay. Okay. 30 more seconds in your team.
Like you could write better.
Bringing it back in 10. Five, four, three. Good. Sadly, flip your paper over. Draw a squiggly line underneath your do now. If you don't have a lot of room, that's okay. What we're gonna do is I want to hear from at least 2 different people on how you solve this, because there's lots of ways. But here's what your job is. Jimena's gonna go first. Okay, I'm gonna do my best to put Jimena's thoughts on the board. If you did not solve it like Jimena, then you're gonna write her way on the back. Okay? The thing about this problem, you guys realize this, is there's lots of different ways to solve it. Okay? We're gonna have Jimena, then Roxy, and I'm gonna show you how I did it. Okay? And then at the end, you're gonna have to decide, like, is there one way you like more than the others? Okay?
What
Yeah.
happens if you don't have no more room?
Get you another paper. There you go. Okay, Jimena, how did you solve this?
I put the two first numbers of the answer, like 2 plus 4, 6 plus 8, 10 plus 12, 14 plus 16, and 18 plus 20.
So let me back you up. You did 2 plus 4 first. So you add these. So a lot of people put a caret like that. I think it's a really good way to organize your work. So that's 6. Now what?
6 plus 8.
So we have to do plus 6 first. So plus 6 is 12. You didn't put it down like that? Okay, sorry, go ahead. Back up.
Then I put 6 plus 8.
Up here or right here?
Okay.
Up here. If you don't have this, your pencil should be moving. Sammy's pencil's moving, so is Kevin. Go ahead.
And then 10 plus 12.
Like this?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so you did 6 plus 8?
Yeah.
What'd you get?
14.
And then you did 10 plus 12? And you just kept going like this.
Yeah.
What did you get for a final answer, Jimena?
82.
82? Cool. Roxy, do you want to share it your way?
I basically did the same as me.
It's basically the same thing. Okay, did somebody do a way different way that they want to share? Sandy, go ahead.
Well, I went from 2 to 10. I added it, I got 22.
Okay, so you kind of started with the small numbers.
Yeah.
Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just getting this to warm up real quick. So you kind of did like 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 10.
Yes.
I got 22.
Then I did 12 through 18.
What'd you get?
60.
60.
Then since I still had the 20, I just added them all and I got 102.
102. Cool. Give me a thumbs up if you did something that was kind of like one of these. Give me a thumb sideways if you're like, Mr. Fegan, I did it a totally different way. A couple people? Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys how I did it. Maybe you'll like my way, maybe you won't, that's okay. So, I looked at all these numbers, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Now, just like you guys, I noticed it was going up by 2, but these are all what kind of numbers? Starts with an E. They're all even. So watch what I did. I started making groups of 20. And by the way, I'm not right. This doesn't mean Mr. Fegan had the best way. This is just how I did it. So, 2 plus 18 is what? 20. So I crossed them off and I put 20. Now watch this pattern. What's 4 and 16?
20.
What's 6 and 14?
20.
What's 8 and 12?
20.
What's this?
30. 30. Oh, 20.
And Kevin, what's the only number left?
10.
10. Then I added them together. Hey guys, the answer. Notice we're mostly focusing on like how we did this, not just our answer. But if I add this up, our answer is.
100.
One second. If you got it right, hold your hand in the air and pat yourself on the back. Pat yourself on the back. Awesome. Last thing, guys.
I was 10 off.
You were 10 off. So that's what I noticed. A lot of you guys were like going about this like really smart ways. Like you had really good ideas. You just made like a silly error. Like Sammy, up here, bud, when you did 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 10, what did you say it was?
22.
It was actually 30. Right? Like that was such a smart way to think about it. You just made a silly error. That's all. Yes, sir.
What I did was just like add all the like ones first, and then once I got the answer, I added all like the tens and up.
So you just like lined them all up like this vertically.
Like I did like 2 through 8, and then 10 through 20.
Cool, cool. Guys, last thing, just to close this out, this is gonna take 2 minutes. Flip back over to the front. And guys, on the very bottom, do you guys see where it has 2 stars? Okay, it says at first, I thought the best way was to solve was to blank. So that's how you're gonna write like what you tried first. And then it says, now I think the best way to solve is blank. So if you changed your mind, if you're like, oh, I loved Jimena's idea, or I was talking to Jaime and I loved his idea, you can write down their idea right there. Okay? So I'm just gonna give us 1 minute to do this. None of your ideas were wrong, by the way. Every single one of you guys came up with like a really smart, interesting way to solve this. You might like somebody else's idea better, right? But every single one of you guys came up with a good idea. Take 20 more seconds to run. All right, now turn to that partner you were working with. Give him a left-handed high five. No, your other left. Your other left. All right, now I want the person that ate less breakfast today to read their answer on the bottom. Go ahead.
After the first day we had to go, I